So since we on Washington, let's talk about your shirts.
Wow!
Welcome back, everybody, to Spikes and Heels Super Bowl edition. I'm Sabrina.
I'm Gwen.
What's the matter, Gwen?
You know exactly what's the matter. Can we get this over with?
Whatever do you mean?
Sabrina, don't play. Sabrina.
Do I need to play the clip? We don't need to play the clip, do we?
Don't you play that clip. Don't you, Sabrina, when I tell you they monkey stomped down, Sabrina.
The Chiefs didn't even show up. I was like, what is going on?
My homeboy didn't even get in the end zone. He couldn't find the end zone if he had 2 flashlights in the daytime. I'm telling you, I was like, what is going on? They didn't even score a touchdown.
Maybe it's what you said last week. Maybe he was concussed.
It came out this week.
Is that what it was?
Sabrina.
I said, when AB got his touchdown, I said, that's it. They ain't coming back. The Chiefs ain't coming back from this. That was like the icing on the cake, the insult to injury. When AB got his, I said, that is it. I couldn't believe it. Even though I picked the Bucs, just seeing how they beat the Chiefs, I was like, I can't believe this.
Like Grump I was told he was only coming back for 1 year, but now he don't want. He's talking about doing another year.
I don't blame him because look, he got this, as you say, his homeboy back. They're a good duo. They said this is they're the most winningest quarterback and tight end duo in the league now, as far as championships. So I don't blame him for coming back. And I can't believe Tom is going to come back at 44 pretty much by the time the next season is over. He will be 44. That is unheard of. Only kickers are usually in their 40s in the NFL.
But do you blame him? Ain't nobody, they barely touched him. If that line protects him like they've been doing, he can last long. If you have a good line, the quarterback is doable. That role, that tenure is doable. If you're not getting knocked down as much or getting hurt or concussed or broken limbs and all that, your career can be stretched. You know, he's on his 20th year in next year.
Well, 21st now.
Or whatever. I'm like, man. And I don't care what you say, because we looked it up. Sabrina didn't believe me when I told her a couple of episodes ago how much money Giselle made a year. Mm-hmm. That Bama makes $50 million a year by herself. They paying them. I don't care what you say. Somebody
be very clear. Who's paying who?
The way the Bucs turned into this team, I didn't even recognize them on Super Bowl Sunday. Mm-hmm. The defense was suffocating. I mean, they had Mahomes running around that field like he had on some hot feet. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what's going on? What's this defense? What's the line blocking? Tom got so much time. I'm gonna try to imitate the best I can. He's looking this way. Then he go, nope, I don't want to do that. Then he look this way. Nope, I don't want to do that. And I'm sitting at home going.
Yep. Then he made a sandwich after that. He just had all kind of time sitting back there. He could do what he wanted to do. He got sacked maybe once or twice, but
come on now. Most of the game he was able to manipulate and carry out their plan. Mm-hmm. That defense came ready.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Matthew was thinking when he started jaw banging with Brady. That's like that was gasoline on a fire.
That was the dumbest thing. And I saw him say something after the game like, well, that wasn't his intention or whatever. Yeah, but that's what you did. That is exactly what you did. That was idiotic. And so now Tom has 7 rings. Gronk has 4. And you told me something that I didn't know. I thought this was AB's first Super Bowl, but it is not.
The last time the Steelers went to the Super Bowl, he was a rookie. So he wasn't playing, but he was a rookie. So this is his second.
Okay.
But at least he participated in this one, you know, and it looked like all the pieces that the Buccaneers did to bring that team together that worked. Like, did they have a blueprint now? And then you have to sit back and think, What was Andy Reid thinking? He seemed like he had the best game plan to me. There were a couple of jokes about him looking at a menu or not being in the game. Then he had an incident the night before, but I'm thinking your son getting locked up has nothing to do with the team playing. You know, that happens every day. You know, what happened to his son shouldn't have had an effect on the team like that. We just got to just be honest, and the Bucks had their number.
Period. Point blank, period.
So I just wanted to give the respect that the Super Bowl is due. And I think I kind of like glossed over it really a lot this year because of who was going. Mm-hmm. You can't let whatever you personally feel keep us from doing the best commentating or give us the best advice or knowledge to the people that watch our show. So I really think my disdain for him clouded my inability to see that was going to happen. But I really think it was coming from a place, I don't like this dude.
Right.
So regardless, you still have to give him his due credit. So whether you like him or not, you still have to call it the way it is. Mm-hmm. It could have been 50-50. Right. If you ask me, but knowing his track record and who he is, I just didn't see the Chiefs losing that badly, Sabrina.
Right. Even and even me picking the Bucks, I did not see the Bucks stomping the Chiefs like that. I thought it would be a game, like a battle, a shootout, like we were talking
42-40.
Right.
Like that. But yeah, so I gotta do better with taking my emotions and feelings out the game. But I'm just an emotional person. You can like who you like, but you still need to give credit. So I do have to say this, and congrats to Cam. That's his man. But I don't know too many. He's the only Patriot or Brady fan that I know. Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of football people. Mm-hmm. So, you know, but I gotta just put it out there. He earned this one. Now, this one he can have and keep forever. I hope this is his favorite. I always said if I ever meet him or had an opportunity to talk to him, I would ask him which ring is his favorite. You know,
the ring, the physical ring or the
physical ring.
Okay.
I would say this was the one because he did it without Belichick.
Oh, so you're not even talking about the ring.
I'm talking about the ring and the expert.
The journey of
yes. So yeah, so I don't know why I'm having this speech. I just feel like I wasn't true to football because I let my emotions get in the way of me calling it. I still wouldn't have called that monkey stomp.
No,
but I would have gave him a better chance had I. So it is what it is. So moving forward, like Sabrina said, it's time to lay the hate aside. Whatever's done is done. You got to get this man is the official GOAT.
I don't. Who I'm stuttering. Who else will be in that conversation at that level?
Nobody.
For football. Now, if you're talking about basketball, you can
know how hard it is to go to the Super Bowl, let alone with two different teams and win.
Some players played their entire career and never make it.
We were just talking about Megatron.
Yep.
He played his entire with one team, didn't make it. How many people have been in the league for? You'd be lucky that, like we learned earlier in the year, that the average football career is 3.3 years. But the superstars, the rock stars, they play for a lot of years. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite defensive players was Julius Peppers. Started off, he was dual at North Carolina. He played basketball and football. But when he got drafted, he went with football. He never made it. He never got a ring. That's one of my favorite players.
Yeah.
I loved him when he played, basketball. So, and then I think so many other people left that never got a ring or got the opportunity.
And to make it once is hard. And to win one, you cherish that forever. 7 times.
A winner, not 7 times.
Right.
11 times.
He's been 11. Who can say that? Yeah.
So this is my most humblest moment right now. In this moment, that dude, I need to stop not liking him. What's done is done. Yeah. And I had to call football the way it is. I did not see that monkey stop coming, but I got to give him a little bit more respect. I got to put a little bit more respect on that thing.
Yeah.
A little bit more when it comes to him.
Yeah. So, and he's going to be back next.
Cowboys player, I would definitely not have done that.
Oh, no. If it was Cowboys, we would just skip right over this. Like,
but I hope whatever teams are facing the Bucks this coming season coming up, that they take and study and break that game down, because there was a lot going on, a lot of pieces. I think Bowles need to get another opportunity to be a head coach, because that defense That defense.
He had them ready. And what I respected, either Tony Romo or the other gentleman who was the commentator, I forget his name, said this, and it's so true. He didn't blitz Brady. They played man-to-man coverage. Like they basically said, beat me.
Yeah, because they took that when they lost to them in week 12. Mm-hmm. They took a blueprint from that 12. They was not going to let Hill get out on them all them yards and more. And they suffocated Kelsey. I've never seen Kelsey play that hard. This was like the worst game in their careers, if you ask me. This one game was Mahomes. Like Mahomes had 9 yards in the first quarter.
It was terrible. I was like, man, what's going on?
And we said they was going to be in it out. No, Tom was in it out. But what's done is done. They good.
So fans, and I'm happy for the fans in Tampa Bay who have had a long drought.
That's true.
Congratulations to the Tampa Bay fans.
That's true.
You have yourself a Super Bowl championship.
Another one.
Yeah, another one. All right, DJ Khaled.
Here go another one. You're right. So what do you think of the halftime show? Did he win you over, Sabrina?
Okay. So I would say this. What's his name? Weekend.
More like a nightmare to me, but
so I'll say this. He has a great voice. I was like, okay, Weekend, I like your voice. I also saw, like, I don't know enough about him, but it seemed like I saw some Michael Jackson little moves up and down. I was like, he must be a Michael fan. Because I saw some Michael stuff. But other than that, the choreography, I didn't know what was going on. He looked confused going through the funhouse mirror. I was confused. I was getting scared. I didn't like that part. But his voice, he has a nice voice. So I'll give it a C.
I ain't giving it no C. I was not impressed. I liked 2 of his songs. I didn't realize I liked 2 of his songs. Okay. I thought I only liked 1, but I forgot about. I like 1. I like 2 of his songs. Like I said, he's too popish for me. Like you can't put him in a genre. You can't, because he's not R&B, but then he's too R&B for pop, so he got his own. But to each his own. I'm quite sure there are many who like, but I'm gonna tell you, if they had let me do the halftime show, I would have bought them JD Band with Vanilla Funk. Boom. Now that was my halftime show. Tell me y'all wouldn't like that. That's my boy right there. I don't follow many people online because I'm not on all those, but I do periodically log on to see what he's up to. He's actually, this was his freshman year at Alabama State. Mm-hmm. So I hope when we get back to some normalcy, we can have some more future performances from him. But yeah, that's who would have been my halftime show. Tell me that one better.
Yeah, that'd have been a whole lot more entertaining.
I'm not a Weekend fan. I'm not a Weekend fan. I'm just not.
Yeah, I'm not either. But he has a nice voice. So let's.
I say D.
A D?
Because the 2 songs I like, his voice is nice, but the halftime show is about performances. And I heard somebody say, well, he is not like, there was James Brown for my mom's generation, Michael Jackson was mine, and now they are like Usher,
right,
and people like that for this generation. But I feel like he wasn't really dancing.
No, James Brown and Michael performed. He was not performing.
Exactly.
He was stumbling through the funhouse mirror. Hey, thank you for that Vanilla Funk.
I'm mad. That's my man right there, Justin. The first video that came out about him, they was calling him John. His name is Justin. So you will hear people refer to him as John. But that's my man right there, Sabrina. Vanilla Funk. That man, they would have turned it out. So let's talk about all the superlatives that were given out the night before.
Oh, the NFL honor.
So got some of them right, some of it wrong. So MVP went down the way I told you it would. And that went to Aaron Rodgers. I know you don't agree.
I still don't agree.
But you have to, I reached out to somebody and asked, what's the deciding factor? What are they looking for? So it's the person that has the most valuable player on the team. What team needs this one person the most?
Mm-hmm. And it makes sense.
I
just feel like a lot of times it becomes this popularity contest and they just end up picking the same person that always gets picked. I didn't think Aaron deserved it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and that's fine. I wouldn't have gave it to Mahomes either.
Got it. I mean,
I'm glad Aaron got it because that's my man, though. So Lamar got it last year. My man got it this year, but it went to him. So that's what I'm good. And hey, I'm good. So, of course, comeback player of the year, like we predicted, was Alex.
Alex Smith.
I'll be rocking my Alex shirt on our next show.
Yes.
I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, if anybody else had gotten that one, it wouldn't.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So coach of the year was your coach, the Browns coach.
Yes, Stefanski. Is that how you say it?
Yes. Yeah. That was I thought about it after you said Barrera wasn't getting it. Who would have they made? Like I told you, they did a 175.
Yeah, they
were legit this year. Like when they won, besides playing our division, they won.
They won.
So I was impressed. So that was a great. So of course, rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, Chase Young.
Hey, go ahead, Chase.
Yes. So defensive player of the year was Arnold.
Darnold.
Yeah, Darnold.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, I do too.
And of course, Henry won offensive player of the year because he was beast mode this year.
Yeah, you couldn't stop him for nothing until it got to the playoffs.
Yeah. My other boy got Walter Payton Award, Humanitarian Award, and that was my man Russell.
Yes,
Russell got that one, so that was good.
That award, and that award is for when people are doing good in the community, right?
Yes.
Okay.
When they boo loving.
She said she wasn't gonna go back there. She said she wasn't gonna go back there. She was creeping her way back into
love now. Knock yourself out now.
And the fact that 2 Washington players got honored is wonderful.
Wonderful.
We're so happy for them.
I'm praying for Chase now to get defensive player of the year next year because he's no longer a rookie, so he can get that defensive player of the year next year.
Yeah. Now my question is: has any player ever won defensive player of the year and defensive rookie of the year?
See, I don't think they allowed them to.
Got it. Okay.
They have one or the other.
And same for offense. You can't.
Yes, it's one or the other.
Okay. So since we're on Washington, let's talk about your shirts.
Wow! They did something right.
They didn't mess it up.
No, they gave my boy 6-pack 2-year contract today. $9 million.
And I was reading today, that it's like 1 million for the first year and then 1 point something for the second year, and then all the rest is incentives. So so I'm like, that's a great cap decision. That's a great quarterback decision.
Yes. That's my man, the legend of 6-pack.
I gotta reach it for that goal line. Reach, Taylor, reach.
Yes. I was like, Sabrina, I couldn't even contain myself.
Yeah, I didn't even know that it had happened. Gwen called me and was like, Sabrina, Heinicke got a contract. I'm like, what?
Yes. They
That's
did
great.
something right. Now, switch from the good to the just absurd.
What absurd?
Now somebody told me, even though they gave 6-pack that money, they still about to go into talks with the Jets quarterback.
Who was the Jets quarterback?
Donald, Sam somebody. Because
I take back everything.
Wait. Because the Jets are going all in for Watson. They're going to go all in for Watson.
Which is a good thing.
Something else we learned. Deshaun, thank you, Midget. Deshaun they don't have to pay Deshaun. Deshaun's still under contract. So the issue is whoever picked Deshaun up has to pay him that money that the Texans had off or had given him in his contract. So whoever takes him has to pick up that contract. Get one. And I think it's a lot of money.
Wow.
So this is what I heard. even though they gave Six-Pack the money, they still want to talk to Donald.
See, everything I just said, oh, they finally doing it right. Then they
but they haven't given no money yet. But they talking what they talking for, I don't know.
So my thing is, what they gonna do with Alex?
He gonna try. But what if they don't want to give him? That's like when Peyton was in Indianapolis. Peyton could still play. The Colts didn't want him.
You mean he was in Denver?
No, he was in Indianapolis first. Then he went to Denver.
Right, you're right.
So he could still play when he had that neck issue. But the Colts was like, "No, we good," and that's how they got luck in the draft. And they did. So even though Alex can still play, are the Redskins done? Because you get too many quarterbacks now. You know what I'm saying?
I say stick with Alex and Six-Pack. What's the big deal?
If this dude couldn't get it right with the Jets, what you think he gonna come down here and do?
Stink it up, mess it up.
Girl, I'm so done with them. It's like they never get it, Sabrina. Let it go. Let it go and stick with what you have.
They haven't done it yet. We gonna hope for the best, but they ain't done it yet.
But I was like, man, here we go. But I'm so happy about my man Six-Pack.
I love that shirt. I have to get that shirt. I love that shirt.
I went. That might be your early Christmas present.
Oh, thanks. Christmas in February. I said Christmas.
But yeah, so whoever picks up Deshaun got to give him that money. So that contract,
and that ain't no small bit of money either.
Yeah, don't bring your hind parts in. And that's how Grandma used to say, hind parts.
Girl,
don't bring your hind parts this way. We don't need you.
Whew. And we've got to mention, we were talking last week on one of our shows about women in football and the ground being broken. And Sarah Thomas was the first woman to officiate in a Super Bowl game. This is our lady right here. Let's show her picture right here.
All right, Sarah.
All right, Sarah, we just salute you. So she made history in Super Bowl 55. She will go down as the first woman ever to do it. So congratulations. Oh, and you mentioned Andrew Luck. Remember you mentioned Andrew Luck a few minutes ago on the Colts and Peyton. Didn't you say he's coming back?
I heard that whatever his issue was, we saw he's coming back. But this is the thing. Coming back to who, where?
Right, exactly. He's not just gonna go right back to the Colts like that, or maybe he will. I don't know, but I don't think so.
Yeah, because Rivers retired. So
wouldn't it be something if he ended right back up there? That would be crazy.
Because he only sat out for a year.
What was it, 2? Was it 2?
I feel like it was 2.
Okay, something like that. Anyway.
Yeah, I feel like it was 2. It could have just been 1. I feel like it was 2. But he was nervous about whatever injury or concussions. They got scared. This is human nature to fear the unknown. Right. I could just sidebar real quick. For me personally, when this pandemic hit, I was scared out of my mind.
Yeah, so Gwen was not coming out. I was like, don't you want to? She was like, no.
I stayed in the house so much. I had to go on a vitamin D treatment. I might show this picture. I had got so light because I wasn't getting K or D because I wasn't going out. So
let's go ahead and show this picture real quick. I'm gonna break in. I'm gonna show this picture. And I'm not showing it for a laugh. Listen, I'm showing it because why am I showing this picture? What did you receive this week?
One of my volunteer groups, they nominated me as Mentor of the Week for Black History.
Congratulations. Look at Gwen. Look at you. Go ahead.
But I was in the house and I wouldn't come out. I was so scared. I was paranoid. I didn't know. Nobody knew. But as time went on, we started to realize that you can't go out and be around people. You just have to take precautions.
Yeah.
So I tell you that to say, I think that's what happened to Luck when that stuff started coming out with the brain and all of that. He got scared because he's been concussed several times. And I think him and his wife was like, look, they started their family. They didn't know. He's still young. Would he come that 2012 year? Because he came with Griff.
He's not that old. He's younger than a lot of quarterbacks.
So I think it was like, you made all this money because unlike Griff, who was a flat bust to us, Luck stayed and was moving things along in some of the seasons in Indianapolis. He made his money. So I think him and his wife thought we'd start our family, let football go. But when they them true athletes and they done dedicated a lot of years to that stuff, it don't go away easy.
And like we were talking about the other day, we were on the phone and you were saying how nothing replaces that. Like you can't, when you have 70, was it you or my dad?
It was your dad.
Yeah, he was saying how 70,000 people are cheering for you. Yay. You can't replace that. If that's something that you're addicted to or you like, if your wife and your kids say, good job, honey, good job, daddy, making the bacon, taking the trash out. No, that doesn't compare.
And who doesn't like traveling around, making loads of money, being admired by fans and being exposed to all types of things, and being a winner? And ultimately, you get in the game to win. And Luck has not won a Super Bowl yet. So, Benny, they did it. They announced the 2021 Hall of Fame class, a couple of surprises, but mostly we had it right.
Well, I had a few right, not all. I had about half.
I had most of them. Now, the two I didn't know I ain't had, but Sabrina, run down the list, man.
Okay, so I was just looking at it. We have Peyton Manning, which is not a surprise. Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, Calvin Megatron Johnson, Drew Pearson, Bill Nunn. I'm gonna mess up this man's name. Everybody, don't hold it against me. Alan Fanisa, I think. John Lynch and Tom Flores. I know all of them.
Let me tell you, that list is good. Let me tell you how Drew Pearson, after he didn't make it last year, they had a 60-minute segment on him. That Bama was crying so hard, they gave him a sympathy vote. I don't care what nobody say, because that Bama was on 60 minutes crying his heart out. Like, I'll never get in. Why they don't pick me? Then I'm saying, shut up. There's no crying in football.
Girl.
Ex-Dallas Cowboy. That's why I'm going in on him.
Oh, good. Good.
But yeah, so I agree with that whole list.
Okay.
But I was surprised Megatron got in the first ballot.
Like, on the first ballot. Yes.
I was surprised he got in. But he did a lot for that show. He didn't play. He still was young when he stopped. So all his accomplishment came early and quick and fast. So maybe.
Yep. And I'm thinking, imagine if he had stayed a couple more years, he would have broke even more stuff. You know what I mean?
Went to another team.
Yep. Because he wasn't going nowhere with the Lions, just like Jared Goff's not.
I don't know what they were thinking. Do they know something we don't know?
No, he went for that money.
Can't be. Goff didn't want to go to Detroit. The Rams wanted Stafford.
Right, but don't Goff got to say, like, I'm not going there?
I'm not sure if you under contract, you got to do it. I'm not sure.
I think you have a say. I think the only time you don't have a say is when you're first drafted. You can't control that. You have a say. He went there for that money.
Sorry, I just don't see it. I don't see it like this. I don't see it like this. I just don't see it. Ain't happening. So congratulations to all the finalists. I think that's a great class.
Yes, it is.
Most of them. That one was kind of easy, if you ask me, because they were too many rock stars. They had to let them in.
Yes, indeed. Good job.
Congratulations.
And before we wrap up for today, just before we came on here, I was online looking up something, and you know how Google suggests you articles or whatever, and it said Marty Schottenheimer passed away from Alzheimer's, and I was like, when? And so apparently he passed away, I believe, on yesterday, February the 9th, and he was with the Redskins for a year. It started out rough, but they won their last several games, and they turned the corner, and everybody was like, he's doing great. And Snyder got rid of him, and to this day, so many people feel like they should have kept him because he built on it.
Give it time for it.
But yeah, Snyder was impatient. He just wanted to win right away. And so he ended up going 8-8 that year, I think. But anyway, he has passed away from Alzheimer's, and that's so sad. I don't understand. I'm going to look that up. How does a person pass away from something that affects your memory? I guess it deteriorates
your brain,
your other things too. I need to look that up.
Other stuff, yeah.
But anyway, he's a a renowned coach, a respected coach, and we wish his family the very best. That was surprising news. I didn't expect to see that. So
no, our condolences goes out to his family, and they in my prayers.
Yes.
So, Benny, there we go. Another show on the rise. We made it through the Super Bowl. We made it to the end of the year. A couple of people said, so what y'all going to do now the season over? No, Spicy Hills don't stop.
No, ma'am, and no, sir.
That's right. We're going to continue as many topics to talk about. We got to get ready for this draft.
Yes.
We got to do the combine. We got to get Jennifer on. So
off-season news is always stuff to talk about. Stay tuned. Don't go away. Don't unsubscribe. Make sure you keep coming back.
That's right. And we're going to let Vanilla Funk take us out, Sabrina. Have a great week. Stay blessed. Stay safe. Love someone. Hit it, Vanilla Funk.